Hey there, I'm Marcus from strengthfully.com, and in this video I will talk about eating habits and more specifically how you can change them in 4 steps that are both simple and very powerful. So would you like to eat less chocolate cake, ice cream and potato chips and instead eat more of the green plant stuff? Not surprisingly, your eating habits plays a crucial role in whether you can achieve and sustain your weight loss or fitness goal. In my opinion, it is much more important to achieving success than going to the gym, because food is around us all the time. After all, going to the gym and perform a workout is easy compared to constantly restrict what you put in your mouth. And fighting those bad eating habits will drain tremendous amount of willpower and make other things in life suffer. So, to help you understand habits better, let me first explain an important distinction that has to do with the activities of your mind. Your mind and all its activities can be divided into 2 different parts. First part is the conscious mind. This is the part that thinks, reasons, imagines. It is your free will. The second part is your subconscious mind. This is the part which operates without you consciously knowing. I bet that you in this moment are not aware of your bodily functions which are keeping you alive, like breathing, heartbeat and blood circulation and digestion. And for all you neuroscientists and other experts, I know this is far from being anything scientific, but it is a useful description to better understand what is going on in your mind. But the thing you need to understand from this description is that habits are formed in the subconscious mind, but are created from the repeated actions or impressions upon the conscious mind. Habits are created by repetition. That is your repeated actions and thoughts. When you think about it, habits are what we do all the time without really thinking about it. By creating habitual movements, thoughts and behavioral patterns that can work on autopilot in the subconscious, you essentially free up your conscious mind to deal with more important things. You can think about actions like driving a car or riding a bike. This took an incredible amount of conscious focus to learn, but not long after you learn how to do it, you can put your focus on other things. Changing a habit can be a daunting task. The difficulty depends on how ingrained your old habit is. But the essential thing to understand about changing a habit is that it's not about fighting it or consciously restricting yourself, but it is instead about replacing it. So rather than putting all your willpower and focus into consciously fighting the habit you want to change, you should instead replace the old habit with a new and better one. So the 4 steps you need to take to replace an old habit are simple and are the following. Step 1. First, you have to be fully aware of what you want to change and understand when you are likely to perform the unwanted habit. What triggers the habit? This might seem obvious, but especially understanding when you are likely to perform the unwanted habit is a great insight and will help you. Step 2. Detect whenever you are about to perform the bad habit and use your willpower to resist it. Step 3. Imagine and visualize what you want to do instead. Step 4. Do just that. By simply taking a different action instead of fighting the habitual one, you slowly override the old habit and form a new one in its place. The key to this is repetition, and that is also how your old habit was formed in the first place. For changing your bad eating habits, you first have to fully realize and acknowledge what aspect of your eating habits you want to change and use your imagination on what you want to do instead. It could be eating meals consisting of mostly whole foods with a balanced macronutrient profile instead of eating junk food, or it could be using your total calorie intake as a guiding principle instead of just eating as much as possible at the buffet. So, putting these 4 steps into action. Step 1. Fully realize what you want to change and what triggers it. Step 2. Detect whenever your actions are about to lead you astray and resist it. Step 3. Imagine yourself doing the new and better thing. Step 4. Do it. Perhaps you think it sounds a little bit strange that you need to imagine and visualize yourself performing the new habit. However, both your imagination and visualization are very powerful for impressing upon your subconscious mind, and leveraging this can speed up the process. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to read this stuff as well in order to better understand and remember it. So to read the article I wrote on this, click the link in the description or the cool box displaying here.